Welcome all the hyper automators, and thanks you for joining to my YouTube channel. And the question that we are trying to discuss in this video is, if we are given a question like if a equal to 1, b equal to 2, and in the same way if we have all the values with all the letters that are given some value, and what will be the sum of the items or sum of the letters. So that's what we have, and let's see how we can solve it. And before we continue with this, I hope you have a quick understanding of what are dictionaries and what are types. If not, go ahead and check out in my channel, and you have specific videos how to understand about typecasting and how to use all the types. And here I will be using a example, or I can use some of the samples that we have. What I would do is I will create a new Excel. So this is a template where I would be adding all the values, and this template we have letter, and we have value, and we have A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. And okay, here we have L, so this should be L, and here instead of 1 I will try to increment this till 26 so that we can have the values. Editing, fill, down, fill series, editing, fill, series, and we will have one stop value is 26. Let's go ahead. So we have all the values from 1 to 26. So to pull in like this, we have multiple ways to do this particular use case. So one of the best thing is to directly use the data table, and the second one is to use dictionary. We can use both. So let's go ahead and try to use one of the component. Let's start with main. So sequence, and in this sequence we need to add read range to read that particular value, and the workbook path that we can see here is template. So, and the sheet 1 we are having that in the sheet 1, and if we want to remove this one, yes, we can go ahead and remove all the values. And this is the template. This one I am trying to update it as okay. Let's create a data table, and that is dt template. So I'm going to explain you two ways on how to do this particular activity, and we will be asking a user for an input. So let's keep out a input box, input dialog, enter string, enter value that you want to count. So this is the value inserted that we can take as str user input. So here one of the things that we can do is we need to check using for loop, for each, and in this for each let's take the values of str user input. So we need to convert or divide a letter. If you see in this particular name, I think we just need to so if you see here, V has a separate value, A has a separate value, J has a separate value. So we just need to divide all the items. So to do that, we are using two character array, and this character array can be taken as a string. So when we are taking a character array or string, we can do one thing in the try block. we can add a value, or else we can also give it out like this. Let's add an assign statement. In this assign statement, let's fill out a value called total value, and this total value, let's initialize this to a integer. So why are we doing it as an integer? To get the count, and integer accepts sum. But here if you see, we need to take the scope out of the body, so that will be a global value, and initially the template or the total value will be 0. So we need to increment the values. So how are we going to check this if the values are available in the Excel? So let's also see the Excel as well. Letter counter solution. We need to check with A and then get the value, and check with B and then get the value. So how to do that? Here in this total value, let's go ahead and add a select query. So dt template dot select, and what are we going to select? We are going to select this particular letter. We need to have letter. In double quotes you need to write letter, that is equal to, in single quotes you need to have values, and here we are going to get item as a value and dot toString. Okay, we are expecting user to give all the correct values, but if this is asked in question as an interview, then you also need to see what are the negative cases as well, and how can you make sure that user didn't give a wrong entry and robot fails. So here we have item.toString and the value. So this one will give me an array of rows. I am taking 0th row, and in that I am taking first value. So here let's assume that we have A or we have B, and in this one if we get this value, we will have only one row and the value is 22. So with V we have 22, so we need to fetch the value of 22. So that's what we are taking a value here, and this need to be converted to cint. Again, if you don't know what is cint, to make conversions, I would seriously recommend you to go ahead and complete the free videos that I have already posted on typecasting as well as how to do data types and conversions. Let's hit on this OK, and here we already have a value. We need to add this to total. So let's add this value, total value plus the value. So this will be like this. If the total value is, for example, if the total value is 0, and if the value that we have here is V and that is 22, so now the total value becomes 22. So for the next character, if it is A, 22 plus 1, that is equal to 23. So 23 will be the total value. So that's how this is going to be assigned or executed. Let's save this, and after for loop, let's go ahead and write a message box. So why do we need a message box? To show an output, total value dot toString, and let's run this file. Run. So we need to close this because we want Vajrang to have a value, and this should be V in small letters. Okay, unable to fetch cast object of type system array to system.toString. Okay, so here we are having an exception, like this is a character but you are trying it as a string. So what exactly do we need to check? Let's debug the flow and let's see how we are getting the values. And here this is a string, but in this we are getting a array characters. Let's change this to char to get it correctly. It will be in system.mscorlib. dot ms corelib. Let's see with corelib. System.char, I think we have char. So system.char will give me the correct answer, and let's run this file again. Let's see if we have a value. We have Vajrang, cannot find a letter, column letter. So it is unable to find a column with letter. So I will just check why it's not throwing, or why it's giving me an exception. For that, what we can do is, let's go ahead and keep a breakpoint over here and debug. Okay, so let's try with 2 characters, and we are having the value. And if you want to see, there is a for loop that's missing, so let's go ahead and do a Control Z. Yes, okay, let's debug the file again, and it's VA. Let's step into and let's see what's the value that we are getting, and we can get the values in locals. So what do we have in locals? We have the value in local, and this is letter, and letter is having extra space. That is the reason we are not able to find the values. So what we can do is, let's go ahead and open template again, and in the first item let's give this, and this will give this values. So letters, now we should be able to get the values, and let's run the file. Vajrang, so the value is 23. Now let's go ahead and run the file again. I think that we will have error with this V, but let's try. No, we don't, and we have the value 73, and this is correct. Okay, so let's go ahead and check one more time, and let's keep V small, and let's see if we are getting correct value or not. Yes, the values are correct. So this is how you will use for each loop. In the next video I will try to explain, because the video is getting lengthy, and these videos are available for hyper automators. So if you are having access for this video, you will also have access for the next video, where we are trying to find the value using a dictionary. So don't miss it out, and see you in the next video for letter counter solution using a dictionary. And we will have one more way. If we don't use for each loop, can we get the values? Let's also try that. Okay, bye bye, see you in the videos.